Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. Marcus Aurelius. You think if you explain yourself enough, they'll respect you. You think if you're agreeable enough, they'll accept you. If you please enough people, they'll finally see your value. But that's not how it works. That's not how respect is earned. The truth is, the more you chase validation, the more invisible you become. Every time you over-explain, agree to avoid tension, raise your voice to get attention, or chase people who don't value you, you're losing presence, losing weight, losing respect. Real respect is never begged for. It's earned, quietly, and enforced with presence. In this video, I'll show you the behaviors that quietly kill respect and what men who truly command it do differently. Not tricks, not tactics, just straight truth. There are two kinds of respect every man needs, and if you're missing either one, people feel it, even if they can't explain why. First, self-respect. This is internal, quiet. It's the way you hold yourself when no one's around. You know what you tolerate and what you don't. You don't need everyone to agree with you, because you don't abandon yourself to fit in. When that's in place, it builds the second kind. Respect from others. This isn't about fear. This isn't about dominance. It's built through action, consistency, clarity. It's a mix of three things. 1. Character. They respect who you are. 2. Trust. They know you mean what you say. 3. Consequences. They understand there's a line they shouldn't cross. Too much love, you get stepped on. Too much fear, people turn on you. But when you hold both, when people feel seen but also held to a standard, that kind of man is never forgotten. Let's go straight into it. Here are 4 behaviors that kill your respect. Fast. 1. Over-explaining. If you constantly explain yourself, you're telling people you need their permission. You don't. A man who respects himself makes decisions, says what he means, and lets his actions speak louder than his reasons. You don't owe everyone an explanation, especially when you've already made the choice. 2. Agreeing to avoid rejection. You want to avoid conflict, so you nod along. You laugh at jokes you don't believe in. You stay silent to keep the peace. But there's a cost to that. Every time you do it, you're showing people they can shape you, and no one respects what they can shape too easily. 3. Being loud, dominating, or aggressive. Some men think volume equals strength. It doesn't. Raising your voice doesn't raise your value. If anything, it shows you've lost your center. People respect men who speak when they have something to say, not when they need to be heard. Real power is still, clear, direct. It doesn't need noise. 4. Chasing women for attention. Every time you chase, you're signaling to yourself and to them that your value depends on their response. But a man who values himself doesn't chase validation. He builds, he sharpens, he stands still. And that stillness attracts everything you thought you had to beg for. Let's talk about what this looks like at scale. Real men. Big stages. Same mistakes. A. Neville Chamberlain, too agreeable, Prime Minister of the UK before World War II. Tried to appease Hitler with soft diplomacy, gave in, avoided confrontation, tried to keep the peace without holding a line, and the world saw it for what it was. Weakness. His own people lost faith. Respect faded, and he was replaced when real leadership was needed. Appeasement isn't strength, it's surrender with a smile. B. Joseph Stalin, too feared. Brutal dictator. Controlled through terror. No one crossed him, not because they respected him, but because they feared for their lives. He ruled by force, but died isolated. Even his closest allies distrusted him. If all you have is fear, eventually the people around you wait for you to fall, and when you do, no one catches you. C. Silvio Berlusconi, the overpromiser, charismatic Italian Prime Minister. Big talk, big charm, constant promises. But he rarely delivered. Over time, people stopped taking him seriously. He became a punchline, not a leader. Words without action. They don't just lose respect, they invite ridicule. This is what it actually looks like to earn respect and keep it. Step 1. Lead with quiet action. Stop talking about your values. Start living them. Do what you say you'll do, especially when no one's watching. People notice. Even if they don't say it, they feel it. Respect builds slowly, action by action, decision by decision. Step 2. Hold boundaries with calm. You don't need to explain your no. You don't need to yell to draw a line. Clear boundaries, calmly enforced, are far more powerful than loud reactions. And when you hold your line once, you rarely have to do it twice. Step 3. Be empathetic, but not weak. Respect doesn't mean you become cold or closed off. Understand people, see where they're coming from. But don't drop your standards to meet them there. Respect builds when people feel seen and held accountable at the same time. When you stop chasing attention and start living by standards, you feel the shift. You gain presence, you gain calm, you stop performing, you stop overthinking every move. You start leading, not just in your words, but in how you carry yourself. And here's the truth. The man who doesn't need approval gains influence. The man who doesn't perform gains presence. That kind of man doesn't need to demand respect. He earns it, without a word. You don't need to raise your voice to be heard. You don't need to explain yourself to be understood. You don't need to chase attention to be respected. What you need is simple. Live by values. Set clear standards. Lead with calm conviction. Stop asking for respect. Start becoming someone it naturally follows. Let me ask you something direct. Which validation-seeking behavior do you need to kill off, starting now? Comment below, I'm done chasing. I'm earning respect through... Make it real. Start now. Discipline, stillness, presence. Say less. Live more. Let who you are speak louder than anything you say.